Hey everybody, welcome back to the Talk of the Town podcast. We have on Arjun and Monica this week. They're the owners of the Modern Canine. They are located in Bellmead, New Jersey, and we talk about all things dogs, their least favorite dog breed, and what you should be feeding your dog. And we would also love if you could leave us a review on Spotify and subscribe to us on YouTube. We hope you enjoy the episode and see you next week. So you guys can introduce yourselves. Your names.
I'm Arjun.
I'm Monica, and we're the owners of the Modern Canine.
Awesome. So tell us a little bit about your background. Where are you guys from? How'd you get started in this field? How'd you guys meet?
Well, Arjun and I met in high school, and we've been together ever since then. But in terms of where we grew up, we actually both grew up in Hillsborough, so we are Hillsborough natives. We've both been here like 25 plus years.
Nice.
So we were really excited to start a business here and offer pet services for other pet owners in this area.
That's awesome. Yeah, you really filled like a niche that was needed in this area, which is awesome. And I feel like that's always a great start to a business, is filling a void in a town or in an area that needs something like this. So that's awesome. Very cool.
So was it like a store, or did you start somewhere else with your entrepreneurial journey?
So I actually went to school for social work.
Okay.
And I worked in the corporate world for about 3 years and decided that it wasn't for me.
Mm-hmm.
So Arjun actually helped me start my own first business, which was dog walking and pet sitting. And I still do that.
That's great.
On the side while we build this business up.
Okay.
And then I don't know if you want to talk about your background.
I have a marketing and branding background.
Okay.
So like I do like top to bottom branding, and then after, if a client needs it, like after the website, like kind of what you guys do, ads, SEO. I specialize in SEO.
Okay.
Nice.
And yeah, it was kind of a group effort here to do the marketing. It wasn't just me; it's her too. She does all the content creation.
Oh, cool.
I do more
nice.
back end stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, I didn't go to school. I dropped out.
Okay. Nice.
I started just a marketing business just because I liked it. And I was kind of doing marketing for everything I've done in the past. So like it was DJing, having a car detailing business, kind of done it, and I thought I could do it for people, but it started out as a tech business.
Okay.
But people wanted websites, and that's how I kind of got into it. So yeah.
Very
That's really cool.
Yeah.
That was actually going to be my next question, because like we got into this marketing field, but we don't have the educational background, and we're always curious to see like people that work in that field if they have, because some people go to school for it.
Yeah.
Some
and
people
like,
don't.
I don't think you can go to school for actually. I think you kind of just have to figure it out, because like on your own by trial and error. That's kind of how I started more with websites, and then people started asking me for more. Hey, can you run Google ads? Hey, can you do this?
Yeah.
And then I would never say no to anyone. So like if someone wanted me to like build like an app, I would just say yes.
Yeah.
And I'd figure it out.
learn how to do
And
it.
I've done apps.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Nice.
I did not do any coding for the apps. I found a really good team, cost effective. I made some money along the way, but like I never said no to anyone.
Yeah.
If someone wanted something custom done, I knew HTML because I did go to school for a little bit.
Okay.
But I would Google stuff like most people.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
I still Google stuff.
Yeah.
To this day.
We all do.
That's a great quality to have, because I think a lot of people hesitate to start something because maybe they don't have it all figured out or they don't know everything. But the biggest thing is just start and then figure it out from there.
She doesn't like that.
Are you a planner?
Yeah, I'm a big planner. But honestly, even just doing the Modern Canine, I think we both
Everything went off plan.
learned a lot. We made a lot of mistakes. We still do. But luckily we have each other, and we kind of have been able to like learn how to get through some things. A year ago, we definitely did not know as much as we do now.
Okay.
Yeah, that's great.
Every day. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think in business you have to be fluid, and you have to just like take hits and then just keep going and figure it out and take another hit and keep going. And to have that type of personality is just like so vital in business, because if you don't, it's not going to last. But that's so nice you have each other though. Yeah,
because I will literally have breakdowns over little things, and he's like, calm down, like let's think about it.
Step back and just look at the problem from like far away, and then like you can always find a solution some way, somehow.
Yeah.
And she doesn't get that.
Yeah.
Because we don't have
definitely
like
a panicker.
because we don't have like a corporate office to like be like, hey, what do we do? We are that. So
yeah, we say it all the time. Like when you're in your own business, you're every role. You're the cashier. You're the CEO. You're HR. Like
pretty much
everything. Payroll. Yeah, you wear all the hats.
Yeah, we have to do it all.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Did you always have a love for pets and dogs and animals, and like what made you pick this field?
Yeah, I did.
I did too, but not as much as you.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up with dogs with my family. I did dog walking for my neighbors for free when I was a kid, just because I wanted to be around dogs before my parents would let me get a dog. And then we got our first dog in 2017, Sophie. And
separate.
We lived separately, and then we moved in together eventually. But with Sophie, there was a lot of trial and error. It was like our first dog versus a family dog.
Yeah.
And I was really passionate about learning stuff, but he got really into like food and nutrition.
I started the food and nutrition thing. Everyone thinks it was her. I started it, and then she took it to like the next level.
Yeah, so he started by seeing that documentary Pet Fooled on Netflix, on YouTube, and that just kind of like spiraled into the modern canine now. But pets have always just been like
like that with
what
everything.
I'm passionate about.
Like everything in my life,
I
have to find the best of everything. It could be like light bulbs,
Yeah.
coffee, espresso machines. Like she hates it, but like like if we have to change a light bulb in our house, I order 20.
Yeah.
Well, now I don't because I know the
to
best
find
one.
the best one.
Yeah. So if it's like screws, it could be anything. I'll just buy like 20 of everything and just be like, okay, I like this. This sucks.
Yeah.
You should be one of those guys that makes the YouTube videos where it's like, I tried 20 light bulbs. Here's
Obsessed
the best. What's that?
His name is Obsessed Garage.
Oh, is it? Yeah, those are. I love those. I'm like, thank God I don't have to buy all of them to figure it out.
We did that the other night with like project management softwares, and we're like, we need to find the best one. We just watched like a bunch of Monday.
Yeah, Monday was on there.
Yeah.
Monday is we use Monday for our budget for the store and like making lists. It was pretty good. Yeah.
Plot twist, we did not stick to that budget.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, we still haven't found one, but we'll have to check out Monday.
Yeah,
That's
we
a
heard
popular
ClickUp's
one.
a good one.
It's pretty like well priced, and
Really?
Is it?
like you can give clients access to things, but like as you like check off stuff, you can put statuses like, oh,
That's
it's
nice.
done.
Yeah, that's what we need it for clients.
And you can have your own
yeah
thing between you guys, and then the client can see like, okay,
yeah that's
this is
really
done.
nice.
So yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah,
Very cool.
I like that.
And then you both, I guess, individually own businesses. Do you want to talk a little bit about that and how you started with that?
So after I left corporate HR, which was my first like real quote unquote job after college, I decided I hated sitting in an office. I couldn't do the 9 to 5. Arjun encouraged me to start my own job, and I knew I loved animals, but I sucked at science, so I wasn't going to go into the vet field.
Yeah.
So I started doing dog walking and pet sitting. That I started
2019.
in 2019, so like right before COVID. It was like the end of 2019.
A bad time to start.
Yeah, so I quit my job and literally just put everything into this business, or the dog walking business. And it grew a lot. Like obviously during COVID it was a little slow because people didn't want other people in their house, but after that like kind of mellowed out. I was able to build like a good group of clientele, and I would just literally spend my days hanging out with other people's dogs and learning about dog behavior and training, things like that. So that definitely kick-started my passion for dogs and knowing that I wanted to continue staying in the industry in one way or another.
It is a really interesting time to start. And actually, like, I'm kind of curious because I think like the pet industry right now is so like booming because people care more today about their pets than they ever did, and that will continue.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's like
Millennials.
Or I guess everyone.
we like think
Dogs
our
eat better than us.
we think they deserve like more than we did when I was a kid. Like when I was a kid, it was like you just feed them
100%.
kibble, you get like the brand that they sell on TV. But now it's like people are spending more time thinking about that stuff. I'm wondering, like, from your perspective, do you feel like that accelerated during COVID because people were sitting at home and like spending so much time with their dogs that they were like, this is even more my best friend? And
a lot
A
of
lot of people got
animals
dogs.
during
Yeah.
COVID.
During
Yeah. So I think that definitely accelerated the pet industry. You're seeing so many brands advertising everywhere now, and it's on
There's a new
purpose.
startup for like dog food every
Yeah.
day. We see the ads all the time.
But yeah, I think a lot of people had time at home and figured that was a good time to get like a puppy or a dog and spend that time with them. So many brands and companies have come out since COVID for pets. I think in general, millennials seem to be like having less babies and more pets. I even heard like Home Goods was getting rid of like their kids section and replacing it with more aisles for pet stuff. So like that's how you know it's like that's kind of the direction it's heading in. So I think COVID definitely exploded the pet industry, and it's just going to go up from here.
very interesting.
So with your dog walking and pet sitting business, did you just start off just you, and then did you slowly hire people, or like are you still kind of part of it, or are you just running it and you have employees now?
No, so I'm still very much a part of it. I just have one person working for me.
Very nice.
'Cause it's hard to find reliable people and people you trust, because you know, again, it's people going into you're going into people's homes, taking care of their house, watching their house while they're away. You're responsible for their pets' well-being while they're on vacation or at work. So it has to be somebody you like can fully trust. So it's a challenge.
That's great.
Just because like we're making money here, but like we just decided like let's keep it reinvesting just to get more inventory, better stuff in the back, better shelves, and
and especially if you love the other two businesses and you still like doing them, I feel like it makes sense. Like we always talk about that now, like the balance between having to split our day up between both of our businesses, and they're all so different, and you just kind of have to like switch gears all the time. But I feel like once you own one business, it's like might as well keep going, creating more.
Like here, she's been here since 9.
Wow.
And I've been taking care of the dogs and calls and whatnot. But like when we're here, we're not tired. Like we can keep going. But like when we get home, we're dead.
It's easy to get burnt out.
It definitely is, for sure.
What do you guys think about that whole philosophy? Because I hear like a lot of times people will say like, oh, you should focus on one business and then really try to grow that. Like we are kind of in the same ballpark as you guys, because we did not do that. Like we decided to start a new business and both have like separate ventures. Like what's your kind of thought process on
jewelry?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I researched you guys.
Did a
What was the
background
question
check.
again?
So I guess like your philosophy like on business in general, and as far as like like the choice to like run multiple businesses as opposed to just choosing one to like really focus in and hone in on.
Well, for us, it kind of goes like hand in hand. Like by staying in marketing. Well, I've had clients for like 7 years now, and they only trust me. There's a lot of agencies out there where they guarantee stuff. It's not the truth. Like, and they're overpromise stuff. So like I like to keep those clients, and it's pretty easy for me.
Nice.
Staying in touch with like what's going on in marketing, what's going on in SEO, and what's going on in general helps this business.
Yeah.
But like her dog walking, like she didn't like you brought a lot of clients here from dog walking.
Yeah, that's
so that
nice.
helped. But yeah.
And then same thing, like clients that are, or customers, clients, whatever, that are part of like our retail store and grooming salon can also potentially become dog walking, pet sitting clients, because
course,
we
yeah.
are building the relationships here, so they already have like a foundation of trust with us. So they're more likely to hire me to watch, you know, their dog versus someone on an app somewhere, you know.
Yeah.
So true.
Yeah.
The real question is, do you also pet sit cats?
I do.
Are you anti-cat?
I'm not. So we don't have cats because he's allergic, and
Okay.
we also have 4 dogs, so it would be a nightmare. But I actually prefer pet sitting cats. Like, I love dogs, and I'm definitely more of a dog person.
Yeah.
But for pet sitting purposes, like, cats don't need a walk.
Yeah.
Like,
They're a lot easier.
cats are self-sufficient for the most part.
Yeah.
They may or may not want to play or cuddle, and they just
You just
kind
have
of
to
do
make
their
sure
own
that like
thing.
they're alive, basically.
Yeah. So can't ask for a
Yeah.
more simple gig.
We've been pet sitting my parents' dogs for the last 2 weeks. They're yin and yang. One's 13 and wants to sleep all day. The other one is 1 and she wants to play all day.
Sounds like our puppy.
Yeah, and we had been thinking for a long time about getting a dog.
Yeah. Like basically, we wanted one.
Like so bad.
Now.
Yeah. And
If you don't have the time, wait.
Yeah.
that's
You
the
have
thing.
the time.
Like I feel
Now
like we
we're
could make the
realizing,
time, but
yeah.
but we're like, oh, do we want to? Because we're also like we both work at home a lot.
Okay.
Like she goes to events sometimes, but she's mostly home, and I do my completely everything from home. So it's like we would be like home for the dog, but it's like do we
it's a
want
good
to
and a
do
bad
all
thing
the
because the dog, like a lot of dogs during 2020 and 2021, they have separation anxiety.
yeah.
So
we call
that's
them COVID puppies,
COVID
in the
puppies.
industry.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
know which ones are the COVID puppies.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's a big decision. I think now we're realizing that we're babysitting his parents' dogs, that it is such a big decision. You really have to work around their schedule, make sure you're home in time to feed them, walk them, play with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got a puppy, our 4th dog in August. We didn't sleep for 2 months. And we had to come here. We had to do the other 2 businesses.
Oh my gosh, that is
It's a lot.
It
brave.
was a nightmare.
If
That's
we
a lot.
seem dead in like August and September at the store, that's
Yeah.
why I'm sorry.
What kind of puppy or what kind of dog would you get?
We're
Rescue?
kind of, yeah, we definitely want to rescue. It's up in the air.
We tried taking a dog quiz on whatever the top. It was one of those
Yeah.
dog food brands, and they kept telling us to get a Great Dane for some reason.
my
We kept
God.
Yeah,
changing
and
the
we're like,
answers,
what
and
the
they were-
heck? Yeah, I mean, he's always grown up with smaller dogs. I had bigger dogs growing up, so I feel like we can kind of go somewhere in the middle, but also I'm not opposed to like either. I think we're thinking like border collie. I love labs. I'm like biased to labs because I grew up with them, and yeah, labs, retrievers. Yeah, that too. Yeah. What else? Some smaller dogs too.
on the border collie because
Yeah,
my
border
mom was
collies.
was fostering dogs, and she
Yeah.
fostered a border collie, and everyone in the house fell in love with the dog.
Good dogs.
Yeah,
I
really
forget, what are some of the
cute.
smaller dogs that we were really into?
We were doing like a little bit of volunteering at the Bridgewater.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, and we saw this
The
Henrietta,
Boston,
the,
Boston Terrier.
the cutest
they're
dog
cute.
ever.
Yeah, they were
It
really
was like
cute.
it was like she was like trying out. I could feel like she
She
was
just
like
wanted to
really,
leave.
yeah, so bad, and she was being so good and like playing. I was like, wow.
It's hard. I used to work at Save Animal Shelter
Okay.
in Skillman.
Okay.
We actually do a lot of like networking with them now, but it's always so sad when you see the dogs.
Yeah.
2 or 3 years. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, she just got adopted.
Yeah.
Oh
think so,
really?
yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I feel like it's hard for some of the dogs because like there's some like really cute ones or puppies and they come in, they're really nice and like they just get snatched up, and there's other ones that like they come from sometimes like some tough backgrounds, and then it causes
They just
some
kinda sit in
limitations like
there.
where they can go and stuff. So yeah.
From your experience, what is like one dog breed you probably would never own?
It's gonna be controversial. One, because we kind of own them right now.
Don't let your dog hear this out.
And it's not the dogs necessarily. So doodles, just any kind of doodle, and we
Okay.
own 2 Cavapoos, which are doodles.
Okay.
Okay.
Why is that?
We just find
No, in the
there's
last like few
there's a
years,
lot of overbreeding.
Really?
Doodle breeding in general is not
Yeah.
really ethical, but
Yeah.
they also require a lot in terms of training, grooming, and maintenance.
you also don't know
we
what
get-
you're gonna get, like
Yeah.
coat wise. It's
Or
we have some
behavior.
like gold. Do you know what a golden doodle looks like?
Yeah.
We have some golden doodles that come in that have like lab or like golden retriever hair, but they're
Okay.
black.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Really?
Wow.
So like you don't know what you're gonna get until you do it. So yeah.
But yeah, and a lot of them we're unfortunately seeing have a lot of like skin issues, GI issues, temperament issues. So I think we're gonna start seeing more doodles in shelters. Unfortunately,
Really?
I think that's gonna be like the new
Oh, we are.
bully.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it
That's
is it
really-
because there's like a demand for them, so more
Yeah.
people are trying to breed them,
I
and
think
then
they're
there's going
just
to be like
being
oversupply
so
now?
crazy
Everyone-
overbred right now. Yeah.
A lot
Wow.
of people are getting into it too. There's some actually in the last few months I've seen a lot of doodle puppies come in here. I'm like, oh, what breeder? They're like, oh, we got this puppy from a shelter.
Wow.
So it's already kind of starting, but who knows?
That's
Yeah.
Where do you
surprising.
stand on like the adopt, don't shop? Like, do you feel like
So
You shouldn't
I
be-
think, for me personally, I can't speak for him. I think it's adopt or shop responsibly.
okay?
I don't think dogs in shelters are necessarily for everybody.
Okay.
I think they can be great for some people, but for some people who like know exactly what they want from a dog, it might be difficult to find in a shelter.
Yeah.
If somebody's going to sit down and like really, really research a breed that they are into based on their temperament, their needs, and they think that they would be a good fit for them, and they want a dog that's like bred well, I think as long as you go to a good ethical breeder for that dog, I don't have an issue with that. It's when you go to places like the Amish or like some of these puppy mills who are, showing cute pictures of puppies on their website, but they're, pumping out hundreds of dogs a year. That's where I think you need to be careful.
We got the fourth dog from like a breeder, but he only breeds every three to
Couple
4 years.
Wow.
So we like that. Yeah, and they breed for like the betterment of the breed.
Yeah.
So we like that, and that's why we chose him. So, and it wasn't expensive,
Yeah.
like at all. So yeah.
What kind of due diligence can someone do that wants to get a dog from a breeder? Like, how can like the average person kind of figure that out?
So I think definitely going just beyond like the website, because a lot of these websites are very misleading. I know one big one right now that's kind of under the fire, at least on my TikTok For You page, because I have like all dog stuff, is Utah Doodles. They're under fire right now, and you can kind of look into your own research on that. But definitely looking to see how many breeds they breed. If it's like a place that you go on their website and they're breeding like 15 different types of breeds, it's probably a red flag.
Oh, okay.
How long have they been breeding for? How many like moms do they have? How often do they breed the moms? What health testing do they do? What kind of training or like I can't say that word. Yeah, that word. Do they do when the litter is born? What do their contracts look like? Are they, asking you to bring the dog back to like continue the breeding? Are they looking to see, wanting feedback if they have like health problems later? Usually also the price, like usually good breeders won't be asking for like an insane amount of money for their dogs. They're breeding for like the betterment of the breed and not specifically to like make money.
Not breed again until he hears back from us
Oh,
and like all the people from the litter.
I see.
So he's gonna ask us questions like He's gonna ask about aggression. If there's aggression, like he will just end the line. Like he won't breed
Oh wow.
again until he figures it out. So yeah,
Yeah, like a
Interesting.
good breeder's passionate about that breed. They, show their dogs. They make sure like the stature of the dog's good, the temperament is good, because they don't want to breed a continued line of those things. They want to breed that kind of stuff out to better the breed. So
and it doesn't have to be expensive. Like most people think it's like 30 grand to go get a show dog. We got a show dog pretty much, and we didn't pay anywhere, not even 10% of that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were looking at like just for fun, looking at French bulldogs, like these different breeders, and
Yeah, I
the
forgot. It was,
prices were like
10,000 or something.
well, that was the other thing too. Is
I
like,
was like, what
they
the
went up
heck?
to like like 20,000.
I was like, this is
but
crazy. I didn't know
they
were
started at
this
like
expensive.
also,
Yeah, they started-
any breeder increasing prices or changing prices based on color
And demand.
is a red flag.
Is
So I
it?
see a lot of Frenchie
Yeah.
breeders on my like TikTok lives, and they're like, oh, these rare Merle Frenchies.
Yeah, the Merrill ones.
And
yeah.
they're charging more for that.
Really?
Yeah.
It
What is
depends on
that?
the
Is that the
breed.
color?
They almost look like
Oh.
they're like grayish marbly. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Maybe not for
Yeah.
that
It's really
breed,
cute,
but,
right?
Yeah.
like in doodles, it's considered a defect.
Wow.
That's
Yeah.
interesting.
I know, it's like a rabbit hole. If you're looking for getting a dog for a breeder, like definitely like have a conversation with them. Don't just
Yeah.
look at the cute pictures on the website and be
Yeah.
like, yeah, I want a puppy.
That's really great
But
advice.
definitely there are also great options in shelters. It just depends on kind of what you're looking for and what your situation is.
Yeah, I feel like what you mentioned about kind of like what you were saying about they'll get feedback from you before they breed again, but also like the health testing, like these are things that are like can't be seen by the eye, and like I think like I can speak for us and the average onlooker. Like we're looking at pictures, we're looking at like if we see a dog in person, we're gonna just see if the personality meshes. So those are like two like really important things that you can't just see.
Like help finding a breeder or like a dog. Call her.
Yeah.
Not 100% that. Yeah.
That's good to know. Yeah. I think because there's a lot of, I don't want to say like propaganda, but like I've always saw and thought that like, oh, okay, like I definitely should not be, buying a dog from a breeder. And I kind of like not shunned people, but like looked at people like, why would you buy a dog? Like there's so many dogs in the shelter. But, like that's so really. Yeah. But then I'm like, there's so many dogs out there that deserve homes just because they're bred. They shouldn't be like, gotten. Just like a little sad, but that's such great advice. I think just educating yourself on the breed and the breeder and making sure that there aren't any of those like red flags.
Don't buy from a pet store.
Yeah.
Or Amish.
Yeah. Wow. That's good to know. Awesome. Do you have any like crazy stories from maybe like pet sitting or just in general, like any animals?
Every day, but I don't know. I can't think of.
That's probably one of the questions I should have.
No, that's okay.
That's all right.
So maybe in reverse to a dog breed that you don't recommend, maybe what's one of your favorite dog breeds and why?
Oh, we got it. Well, one of them. So.
I mean, I love poodles and like mini poodles. They are usually really smart, really easily trainable, and just very fun dogs. I also do love Bernese Mountain Dogs, and of
They're
course
so cute.
Samoyeds, which we have one. So
Oh my god.
she's psychotic.
Do you have a
but we
picture?
love her. I do on my phone.
Okay. we'll have to see
show you
after.
They're just like goofy, happy-go-lucky dogs, Samoyeds, and they always have like a smile. And
Aw.
even when she's being bad, it's like it's hard to be mad at her. We just laugh.
She does get us out a lot. So that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do you have any like tips, tricks, or like good training tips for puppies and just in general?
Get a trainer as soon as possible.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we did it with our first three, but they're
were easy.
poodle mixes, so I feel like they were a little bit more easy to work with for
Yeah.
us. And we thought that would be the case with Kiwi, our Samoyed. Yeah, she
pushed our buttons.
kicked our butts. Definitely just, you need to have patience, time, and definitely like don't be afraid to ask for help. The puppy blues are like a very real thing. I mean, we were in tears the first 2 months with her. She did not let us sleep. She's just biting us, like barking nonstop.
It's like we can't let her loose, right?
Yeah.
We would have to sleep through like barking.
And she's
I got so
persistent.
used to it. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Definitely, like, you're not alone if you get the puppy blues, but don't be afraid to ask for help, and make sure before getting a puppy that you have like the time and money for training.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's huge.
Is the training more for like to save you, like basically to get the dog trained in a quicker timeline, or is it like just in a better way, or a mix?
I think, I mean, it was faster when we hired Rudy.
Yeah, I think training, a lot of it is
It's you.
training the person, because
Oh,
we
okay.
unknowingly do a lot of things that in turn causes like unwanted behavior, but we don't realize we're doing it. And like, even though we've had 3 dogs before Kiwi, we were still doing things that I knew we shouldn't have been doing, but it took like getting a trainer to be like, hey,
Yeah.
this is why she's acting like this.
Oh yeah.
So a lot of it is training ourselves and like
Mm-hmm.
how to be around the dog to get like the desired behavior.
Do you
So-
feed your dogs table food?
No.
Is that that's a strict rule?
Yeah.
That's
Not
a
even
strict
just like a little
rule.
piece of chicken?
Here and there, yes, but not every day.
Yeah, no. They know not to like be next to us when we're eating dinner.
So
like,
as soon as we get like something new in the store, one bag is ordered to go home, like every time.
yeah. I'm bad.
What kind of food do you feed your dogs? Do you feed
They've
them like a
literally
raw
had-
diet?
Everything in the store.
They've had everything in the store.
They're like the test.
try to do, yeah, they're like the
testers.
guinea pigs. We try to do as much raw, gently cooked, fresh food as possible. With 4 dogs, it does get pricey sometimes. So
Yeah.
sometimes we'll do like a half and half mixture of like a high quality kibble and mixed with that kind of stuff.
Okay. What's like
some
the
days
food
they'll
look
get
like the raw food or like the cooked food?
well, gently cooked,
Okay.
it's like similar to the farmer's dog.
Okay.
But we just have like a better brand.
What's the brand?
Raised right.
Raised right? Okay.
Right.
Have to look
They
into
just
it.
don't use synthetics, and it's cleaner ingredients. Oh, okay,
They
so
probably don't
No.
know.
Yeah.
So
So
I've
a
heard
lot
of
of-
farmer's dog, and I
Yeah.
always knew like, oh,
I
when I
think
have a dog,
everyone's
I
heard
want to
of
do farmer's dog.
Them adding vitamins to the food.
Oh, okay.
So like,
to make it like
Like
complete and
enriched?
balanced.
yes.
Okay.
Why is that
Yeah.
bad?
The way your dog, the way you or your dog should be getting vitamins is
Through the food, yeah.
the food, not the
Yeah.
vitamin packs that they're putting in. So
Of course,
Yeah,
that's what
a lot of
synthetics
these
are.
vitamin packs also come from China, so it's like questionable.
Mm.
So we just try to find like raw, gently cooked, freeze dried brands that are smaller and don't use that, and they, are
Right now-
simpler ingredients.
Right now, there's
That's
like
awesome.
a big movement going on where people are starting to like feed more raw.
Yeah.
And like feeding raw is expensive.
Mm-hmm.
So you could do like what, 20%?
Yeah. We just basically tell people either you spend a little bit more money on
And you don't have to
better
get it from
food
us.
right
You can
now.
get it from ShopRite. Like you can go make it, For
Not
the
the
most
dog
part.
food from
Not the
ShopRite.
dog food, but like the raw. The raw.
But either you spend a little bit more on like better nutrition now,
Mm-hmm.
or you're gonna spend that money later at the vet for the health problems. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just like humans, I feel like.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same
Yeah.
thing. Like, why would you like feed yourself great food and then give your dog like not good food? It's just
yeah,
sad.
it's like eating
Yeah.
McDonald's every day. Like
Yeah.
yeah, you'll live, but as
Yeah.
you get older, like your body's gonna start like breaking
Yeah.
down, and
It's a big movement going on, like that group on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
the Save One Pet at a Time Facebook group right now.
What is that about?
There's like 100,000 pet owners on there just sharing their stories. Getting sick from Purina and like a lot of these big brands right now.
They're playing like the
Wow.
PR move. So if you search
Yeah.
up Purina dogs dying,
Uh-huh.
it's like I guess there's been no articles written about it, but Purina went on like a PR tear.
Wiped everything basically.
They basically are the only articles that show up is them denying the claims. There's no like factual. But we're in the group. People every hour are like, "Oh, my dog just passed away,"
That's
but
so sad.
they're not doing anything to change it. So
I think there's going to just be in general like a big movement towards healthier options, and that's why you're seeing these brands like Farmer's Dog and like Spot and Tango, Sundays for Dogs, like popping up now and gaining popularity because people are starting to see like what these big corporations like Mars, Colgate, Nestle.
there's only like 6 companies that own all the dog.
They all make dog food.
Yeah,
too?
Smuckers makes Milk-Bone, Milo's.
Wow, that's
Rachel
crazy.
Ray.
Yeah.
I never knew that.
Yeah, so a lot of these big guys are like the owners of a lot of the pet foods you see in the stores. Yeah.
I feel like that is
sounds really
parallel to human food.
Yeah, pretty much.
100%.
Yeah.
So they in our store we don't have anything from any of those companies,
Wow.
and
Okay.
it's tough. Like it was tough
Yeah.
in the beginning.
Yeah. And that's awesome that like you didn't just pop up this store and like just fill it with like a bunch of brands. Like you guys actually at its core like really care about like what you're selling. And I think businesses like that like do better in the long run.
I think a lot of independently owned pet stores like around the country, or even we follow a bunch in Canada, are going to start, I hope, gaining more popularity over places like a Petco, PetSmart, where they just like sell everything. They don't know anything about their products that they're selling.
Yeah.
But I think
Yeah.
Well, most of the stuff they can't buy, like they won't sell to them because they don't trust them to educate people. And
so I'm hoping there's more of a popularity in like people supporting like the independent owned places, because a lot of us take time out of our day to like really research this stuff. We even like network with a bunch of other small stores and stuff, and tell each other what we're learning and whatnot. So like this is like passionate to us, and it's like our life. So
That's huge. That's awesome. It's so great to hear. We want to do some rapid fire questions. We didn't send these to you.
oh great.
You can answer them separately. You don't have to like, and they're just
do it together.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's the same questions.
Yeah, it's the same. Or if you want to go back and forth, whatever you want to do. But he's gonna
You
pull
go
them up.
first.
You want to just? I'll ask the question. You guys will each answer one. You want to do that?
Yeah, sure.
We'll do.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Okay, you want to
It
start?
would be rapid fire. It would be like kind of fast fire.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you teach an old dog new tricks?
Yes.
Yes.
Favorite breed? I think we touched on this one.
Yeah, I'll say Samoyed.
I'll say some more too.
Pork roll or Taylor ham?
I'm a vegetarian.
Pork roll.
You didn't think that one through.
Fact or myth? Dogs can only see in black and white.
Myth.
I thought it was fact for a little bit, but myth. Yeah.
What colors can they see in?
I'm pretty sure, don't quote me on this, I think it's blue and yellow.
Okay, that's what I thought
I
too.
don't know if you saw on TikTok,
Yes.
there was like a
there was a
dog
filter. Yeah, yeah.
I'm trying to remember what colors
I
it
did that
was.
for my cats. I don't know if it's the same, but I was like, that's why they like those certain toys because they can
Yeah.
actually see the color in them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I don't think it's black and white, but it's like,
Yeah, like shades, like
Yeah.
muted.
yeah, I have no life.
Puppy Bowl or Westminster Dog Show?
Westminster.
Favorite movie about a dog?
Oh, God.
I know mine.
Do I even know him?
Snow dogs.
Sure, we'll go with that. Or Balto. I liked Balto as a kid.
What's yours?
Either Marley and Me, that one's sad, but
That
then
one's sad,
Beethoven.
yeah. Oh, Beethoven's good
Yeah,
too.
that was a good one.
I'm an Air Bud
yeah.
guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, take a second
Airbud's
to like think
good.
about movies with dogs.
Walks with a leash or without?
Dependent on the situation. So for most people, I would say with a leash.
Philadelphia or New York City?
Philadelphia.
I'll say Philly too.
Are you pro or anti dressing your dog?
Pro.
Yeah.
Is it true that you have to like they should be bundled up when you go outside?
Depends on the breed.
Okay.
Like,
It's made for the snow.
Okay.
Oh,
Makes
okay.
sense.
yeah, like our mini poodle is like 14 pounds and like skin and bone. So like we'll put a jacket on her because
Okay.
she like shivers
Yeah.
as soon as she like looks outside. But our Samoyed literally is like rolling in the snow. Like,
That's amazing. How
Loving
that
it.
is.
Tell a dog is made for the snow by like how easily the snow comes off.
Yeah, like if it clumps to them or
Yeah,
something,
they're
they're
not
not.
made for the
Yeah, like
snow.
retrievers. I
It
don't
was
know
a
if that's-
TikTok.
I think that's where I saw it too. Yeah, yeah.
this is sponsored
Yeah,
by TikTok.
What's the coolest dog trick you've ever seen?
Hi, Kiwi.
She says
Not
hi.
ever
She
seen
says it.
hi.
No,
you say
no.
hi to her. You wave, and she waves hi
That's
She'll
back.
neat.
like wave back.
Oh my
Yeah.
That's really
gosh.
cool.
That's really cool.
I mean, I'm sure there's cooler dog tricks out there. That's just
I've never heard of them
We've
doing
taught.
that.
that's the coolest one we've taught. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Or Sophie. Sophie knows like play dead. If
Play
you like
dead.
go like bang and she'll.
That's
like,
I always
Yeah.
wonder how they teach the
I
dog
have
that
no idea
one.
how I taught her that.
That was a long time ago.
That one's the cool. I was gonna say that's the
Yeah.
coolest one I've seen.
I like that one.
Yeah.
We went easy. Where can they find you guys? Where's the store located? All your website, Instagram, all of that good stuff.
So we are at 21 Belmead Griggstown Road in Belmead, New Jersey. So we're right off of 206. Belmead is part of Montgomery and close
Find
to
us on
Hillsborough.
Instagram, TikTok, YouTube,
And yeah,
everywhere.
our handle is at themoderncanine.nj for all
Everything.
of those. Yeah.
Cool. Perfect.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much for
Thank
letting
you.
us come
Thank
to your
you
for
store.
coming.
We had a lot of fun. We'll definitely be back once we have a dog.
Yes.
We cannot wait.
Or a
Yeah.
third cat, I guess.
Yes, or a third cat.
We have some cat treats here.
Oh, dude.
All right,
Yeah.
I'll have to take a look. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much.
Yes,
Thank
thank you
you.
guys.
Yeah, thanks for
It was a
having
cool
us. That was
experience.
awesome.
Yeah.